Hi guys, welcome back to the Retro Room. Today we're going to continue looking at this socket 4 board. First, let's make sure it still boots, but I think we're going to try putting a sound card, maybe a CD-ROM drive on it, just to see how well it uses those things. But let's see what happens when we power him on, just to make sure that he still works. We got video. Looks like he's still working. Make sure he boots. Yes, CMOS checked some error, that's fine. Unknown flash type is fine too, as long as he works. That hard drive sure is noisy. The computer thinks it's midnight. But it doesn't matter what time it thinks it is. Okay, he still boots. Alright, it's now safe to turn off your computer. There we go. We're going to use this sound card. This appears to be a Sound Blaster 16. A later model, CT2940. We'll put that here in the bottom slot. And we're going to use this CD-ROM drive, little quad speed Mitsumi. Not the same drive that I put in the low spec 486, because I have two of them. CD in for the sound card so we can get CD audio, even though I don't know if I have a CD to use for that. Let's move the drive over here. Plug in the cable, making sure pin 1 is in the right spot. I'll put the drive down. It's actually kind of off camera over there. Then we'll plug in that to the motherboard. And then we need power. All right, let's turn him on and see what Windows 95 comes up with for us. There's nothing in the CD-ROM drive. All right, here we are in Windows. Let's see if it, yep, it found something. Motherboard resources, huh? Well, it found the sound card. let's see where it goes. I'm going to get the audio cable, plug him in to the sound card, turn that on. I have all of the Windows 95 install files already on the hard drive, so it should find that information, and it did. It wants to do it again. Then it will probably want to restart. Unsupported device. I wonder what it's finding that it's saying is unsupported. Found the game port. I'm going to have to find the Windows 95 drivers for this card. Hey. We have sound. The computer didn't find the CD-ROM drive though. That's okay. We can probably figure that out. Yeah. Well, let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't set up the CD-ROM drive to work in DOS, which will then in turn work in Windows 95 when it boots. Why don't we just put the files right in the DOS directory? cd1.sys, then we'll need this file to, this is the driver for the, well, CD-ROM drives. There we go. Then we will need this mscdex.exe, which is the executable that will make the drive usable in DOS. Apparently it is already there. Okay. C:, we will edit config.sys first. put the device equals C:\DOS CD1 1 dot sys. Then we'll need a /D:, and it doesn't matter what's after D:, that's just naming the drive. And we'll save it. Then we need to call the MSCDEX with the same driver, same device name. Then we'll make sure to boot from the hard drive, and we'll restart, and we'll see what happens. The worst it'll tell us is no. I know the battery failed. You can press escape to get to the DOS splash screen. It did not find the drive. Wonder if there's a BIOS setting that is off, because it's plugged into the second IDE channel. Greeting me with sound. No, he's really not in there. Well, let's get in there and figure that out. Let's restart this guy. We didn't hear the log off sound. I am disappointed. But, oh well. Let's... Okay, can't get in there. Yeah, we'll auto-config it, sure. Looks like everything is... Yeah, it detects all that stuff. Well, let's just save it and we'll see what happens. Don't care about memory test. No drives found. I don't know if it's a bad drive or what's going on with it, but that's okay. Such a nostalgic sound. Turn him off. I'm just going to change the CD-ROM drive. There's the one we were using. A known good one I have up here is one that's much too late for this machine, but it's a Hewlett-Packard CD Writer Plus. Rather fancy for this build, but if it's going to, if the board can take a CD-ROM drive, it will take this one. Let's boot him up and see what happens. No drives found. That is disheartening and strange. Well, let's see if we can't come up with something else. Well, I've been playing around with this a little bit while off camera. Discovered that this thing is rather finicky. Right now it's running the Award BIOS 4.51 PG, as you can see on the screen there. And with that, the mouse works properly. It boots just fine, except it won't take a second floppy drive, and the second IDE channel does not work. As you can see there, it found no drive yet. Right here, you can see he is connected. With the BIOS version 4.50, all of that works, except the mouse goes crazy, like it's going crazy right now. The display adapter conflicts with another device on the computer. Well, this is a neat piece of computing history. I would have loved to build a system out of it, but this thing is being a little too squirrely. And I'm a little tired of messing with it, to be honest. And since there's nothing pressing going on with this machine, and I'm getting a little tired of abusing it, I think I'm going to call this project here. And I thank you for joining me on the misadventures of a Socket 4 board. If anybody has any suggestions or tips, please let me know. But for right now, I'm going to move on to other things. But again, I thank you for joining me, and have a good night.